guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today, as you guys can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be doing a Notion tour. Really, watching these videos is what got me into doing Notion and using it. I tried using it maybe like 3 years ago and I just couldn't get my head around it and didn't like it, so I gave up really quickly. To be fair, I only tried for half an hour. But if you're definitely thinking about getting into Notion and using it, I definitely recommend watching these videos before you actually start, because it's so helpful. You can get templates and everything rather than just starting out from a blank screen, and for me at least that is quite intimidating. So I thought I'd make this video. I've been thinking of making this video ever since I got happy with my Notion, but I kind of just wanted to make sure that I would keep using it and keep in with the swing of things. So I've been using it for over a month now, I think, and I still use it every single day, so obviously something's working. I still use my bullet journal, but I do use it kind of in conjunction with my Notion now, so they're kind of combined. So some of the things I have in my bullet journal are on my Notion as well, but I'll explain to you guys how I use my bullet journal as well as using Notion, because I know some people stop using bullet journaling and stuff if they switch over to Notion. I haven't yet. Kind of one of the reasons I wanted to keep my bullet journal going was because quite a bit of a creative outlet, and I find it so relaxing sitting down with no screens and just doing my bullet journal every Sunday. So that's kind of one of the reasons I really want to keep it in my routine, but we'll see. Maybe in a year's time I've given it up completely and gone straight to Notion, or maybe I've given up Notion and I'm back to bullet journaling. Without further ado, I think I might as well get into things. So when I first open up my Notion, this is what appears. This is my home page, basically my life hub, as some other people have called it and stuff like that. I just like calling it my home. Maybe it's the computer scientist in me. Yeah, all of my cover pages in Notion are GIFs if I can, and if not, they're all like 90s anime or just anime in general. Personally, I find that aesthetic really nice to have on my Notion. I just think it fits with all the pastel colours I have throughout my Notion. And yeah, so coming down here I have a quote just to like inspire me every day. I might change this every so often. So far I haven't, so it's just if an opportunity doesn't knock, then build a door. And then I have my categories. I've split up my life, so that's just things that I use a lot, not necessarily daily things, which I've got here. I've got the playlist that I like to have, which is called Currently, because it's currently what I'm listening to. I really need to update this and find new music, because right now I'm really listening to a lot of podcasts. I'm really not listening to much music other than Taylor Swift, to be completely honest. And then I have my today, which is just my tasks, and then my master to-do list is at the bottom just for me to check. And then I also have easy access notes. So if I go back up to the top, for my life, these arrows here mean that they're external pages. They're not embedded within the current page. So this is my home page. I've got an academia page, which is just my uni stuff. Flat things, I'm currently moving out of my flat, but when I move into a new flat, I will be using that to like track my bills and my contacts and everything for those kind of things. YouTube and social media, and then I have money diaries, my reading directory, my weekly reset routine, and life inspo. So starting off with the money diaries, if I click here, it takes me to another page which is embedded within it. I'm probably going to blur this out just because I don't really want everyone knowing how much I spend and what I'm spending things on. I don't know, I feel a bit weird showing that. Basically, I just have a table which I can separate from this month, last month, all month, or specifically if I'm wanting to look at my bills, then I'll just look at that. The main structure of the table is the name, so whatever I bought, then the expended, and then if it's some money that I've been given, or recently I sold my old phone with Music Magpie, so if that comes in, that would be income. Then I have tags. So I have so many tags. Some of them don't all have tags, but I just trying to like to organize it this way. So if I bought something on Amazon, it's got an Amazon tag just because I kind of want to see how much I use Amazon, because I know I use it too much. I don't want to use it as much as I do. Got a tag for bills, for anything I spend, for Twitch, like Twitch Prime subscriptions. I've got luxury things, so things that I'm investing in that I probably don't need to. I've got makeup, skincare. Then we just have the date. I've got another tag thing which is for the month and the year. It's just so I can separate when I'm filtering all my tables into the current month. I've got personal, household, education and work for my type, and then I also added this in like literally yesterday, but notes in case I want to write any extra notes about what the thing was for. But yeah, so just to go back to my home, I have it here. I know most people have their home bar open, but I just prefer it closed. Then we have my reading directory. This is pretty empty It's basically, I basically got my to be read and books that I'm currently reading. I usually only read like one book at a time, and I'm really trying to get back into reading. So currently I'm reading The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule. I have been given this book by my boyfriend a couple years ago, and I still haven't properly read it. I'm like 10 chapters in now, and I've been reading it every night for the last few days, so I'm really getting back into reading, and I love it. I used to be such a bookworm, and I've really gotten out of it. I'm so happy that I'm getting back to reading. And then I just also got my to be read, or like my wish list. So right now I only have books on here that I actually already own. It's very simple, to be completely honest. I can put the genres, the format, whether it's paperback, hardback, or if you use Kindle, you could add Kindle in, the author and that kind of stuff, just so I know, like maybe I'm looking to read a specific genre. If I look at my to be read, then I can specifically see that genre. But yeah, it's not really been used much so far. Next up, we have my weekly reset. This is my routine. I'm probably just gonna blur this out in editing, because this is something I want to do a video on, but it's basically my routine that I like to do every Sunday to like reset and relax for the week ahead, get organized. I just really like having a Sunday routine where I can get things done, which is why the icon on this is Self-Care Sunday. So yeah, not much to talk about that because I will go into that in another video. And finally, on the My Life area, I have my life inspo. This page is empty. I've been meaning to fill it in for so long, but I have yet to do it. Basically, I kind of want it to be like a vision board page of things that I want to attract into my life, manifest into my life, that kind of thing. So if I go onto my Pinterest, actually, I have, which I've called Notion, which has some pins on it for just like inspo pictures. Like some of it might just be food, some of it's travel, and there's Shiba Inus on here because I really want the Shiba Inu, and then just some quotes and that kind of stuff. There's some pictures of like influencers on here, like to inspire me, kind of. That's basically what that page is going to be all about. But right now I haven't filled it in. I might try and fill it in the next few weeks, maybe once uni has calmed down a bit. So that is everything on my life page. I then have my daily area, which is my morning routine and night routine. I'm looking to do an updated morning routine soon because I think this is kind of a bit out of date with some of what I do. I don't really follow it, but it's kind of a tick list so I can make sure I'm ready for the day. It also just helps me get into a routine if I'm looking at it on a list. My night routine is a very similar thing. If you want to see a video about my night routine, I did one not long ago. I've not actually used this in a while because I kind of knew it by myself, but I obviously was going to put a quote in here, but I must have forgot, so it just says bloop right now. But again, it's a very simple page. I then have my habit tracker. I do have my habit tracker on my bullet journal, but it doesn't have as many things as on this. In my bullet journal, I think I just have my vitamins and medication, which are separate in there because sometimes I forget to take one or the other. I've got workout, stretch, study and read on my actual bullet journal, but on here it's kind of more in depth and it's got more things. That's kind of how I use the habit tracker here. Then we go back again and we have my to-do list. I don't ever actually go on this page because I keep my to-do list down at the bottom here most of the time. I just look at it here at the bottom of the page. So yeah, I don't ever look at that page. Meal planner, I will be looking to fill out a bit more once I've moved out. Again, because right now it's kind of a mixture between me making my own food and me having my mum cook for me. The way I'm planning on using this is a planner basically for the week. I don't usually plan out my breakfast, so it's just got lunch and dinner on here. And then I've got a shopping list at the bottom of the page. This is so helpful, having a master shopping list. I again have tags so I can just be like, oh, what fridge food do I need? And I can just filter it and see what fridge food I have in or what I don't have in. That's why I've got this purchase thing. So if it's ticked, then I'll have it in the house. If it isn't ticked, I need to buy more of. I don't know what this when tag is actually, because maybe, I think it might be when I last bought it, so I kind of can know when I'm gonna run out, but I'm not entirely sure. But again, it's a very simple page. Finally, we are down here. I've already talked about my playlist. I also have this cute picture that I just thought was really aesthetic and put that in the page because I just felt like it needed more. I didn't want to be all text, so that's why I added this little picture in. Then I have my tasks. As you can see, I've done most of my tasks today, which is really good. I'm filming my Notion tour right now, so honestly I could tick that off right now. I split my tasks up from my top tasks and order them from like kind of the order that I will do them in the day, and then I have other tasks that I might want to try and do that day but isn't desperate to get done that day. I have all my tasks in my bullet journal, but they're just listed out. They're not split into top tasks or other tasks. Also because I only do the task each day and the night before, or sometimes if I forget in the morning, I like having my bullet journal still to plan out things that are further ahead that I might want to refer to and do on a specific day, just so I don't forget that I've already scheduled that in to do that day. I don't know if that made sense. My to-do list is things that are more long-term than just my daily tasks. Sometimes I'll have these things on my daily tasks to do. I finished my videos for week 5 today, so I can finish that off for that class. And then lastly on this page I have my easy access notes. They're all toggles on this just to make it look a bit more neat. And then I have like things to sell, my cheer Zoom links for every week, so instead of me trying to search through messenger chats or on Facebook groups for the links, I've just got them there. And then I've got bank account information, which I put there yesterday when I was on the phone. I don't know if I'll keep that long term though, because it's probably not the best place to put it. So that is the entirety of my homepage and its sub-pages. So next up we have, I'll go onto my academia, so my university stuff. I have my registration number at the top just for reference. I know it off by heart because I have been going, it obviously doesn't change since first year. And then I have my fourth year semester 2 information. So this has my classes, my grade calculator, assignments that are due, and my timetable. If I was to go into my timetable, it's not very filled in because I don't actually have really a timetable for each week. I've got like 2 Zoom things each week and they're on Mondays and Fridays, so I kind of tried to fill this out so that it would be target of what I would do each day, but I don't really follow it because I just decide the night before what needs done, what needs prioritized. So I don't really use this, but I think for some people that you've got more of a strict schedule for, like if I was in first year, I would definitely use this a lot more because I have a lot more classes, I had a lot more in-person things to do obviously than now that I'm on Zoom. Next up I have my assignments. This is just the assignments that I have due this semester that will count towards my grade. I just have another timetable once again, and it has the name of the assignment, the due date, whether I've done it, the percentage it's worth in my final mark, what I got in it, any links or files that I need to include, like maybe the instructions or that. And then I also have the class code tagged in it, so if I had more classes or if I had more assignments, then I'd be able to do that, because some classes maybe you've got like 3 or 4 assignments each semester. Again, this isn't how I use that much because I do have my assignments included in my to-do bit at the bottom of this page. I've had this playlist, I think I made it when I was in like 6th year at school. It's just a lot of very chilled songs that I sometimes use to revise to if I want some just background noise when I'm revising. So next up I have 2 classes I'm taking this semester. They just have the basic information about the class, like lecturer, class times, anything like that. My assignments for that class are linked into that page, and then the grade calculator is also linked into that page. Speaking of the grade calculator, that is next up. So the grade calculator is actually a template that Notion can supply, for you. But basically I've got my classes, the assignments, and also like the coursework or the exam, when it was due, when it was submitted, the raw score, the weighting, and the weighted grade. These are all calculated from the Notion template that you can get. You can also add in like a late penalty fee and all this kind of stuff. That's very simple. Yeah, I have it down here how it works in case I forget how to use it. But I basically got the hang of it I think now, so I can see all my grades and classes, see kind of like looking up to it. If I know what my coursework has been totaled at, then I can figure out what I need to get in the final exam very easily instead of having to figure out myself. Then I have 4th year project. I split up the semester and the project separately. 1, because the project is done across both semesters. 2, it's such a big thing, obviously it's my project, that I just thought I would include it separately in a different heading. I have like my basic info, like what my project's about, any deadlines, anything like that I have in there. Notes, I've got a to-do list in there, and meeting notes and the general documents I also have in there. And at the bottom down here I have my to-do, so I have my assignments to do here and then the master to do here. So if I was just to do this to 414, as you can see here, these are all completed already, but if I didn't have all my stuff completed that I need to do for this week, then they would appear down here as well as the assignments, so I can go in here, see exactly what I need for uni to do. And that's basically it for the academia page. Camera might have moved slightly here, that will be because my card got full. Anyway, I'm now on to my final page. So this is all I have about my social media, YouTube, Twitch, that kind of things I have in this page. Again, I have another quote at the top of the page. As you can tell, I like quotes. So first off, I only have 3 things on this page. First off, I have all content, my YouTube and my Twitch. So my all content links to my content calendar. So here we just have a calendar that I've embedded into the page. So each of the titles will be like the name of the stream or the video that I'm working on. The little film one means film that day, film that video on that day. Mac computer is for when I'm editing, so obviously I have multiple of these because usually I edit over a few days, or try to. Then I have this little red light, which means the video goes live. Obviously I post every Monday, so I just have it on every Monday basically. Unless I was to do an extra video, then I would obviously have that on the day that the video needs to go live, so I can kind of see how long I have until the video needs to be ready. And then the little controller is for when I'm streaming. So here I streamed Rocket League, so here I just put the game that I want to stream. I filmed my uni day of my life on the 10th of February, edited it on the 12th, 13th and 14th, and it went up on the 15th. I'm filming my Notion tour today, the 18th. Hopefully gonna start editing it tomorrow, maybe some more over the weekend, seeing how long it will take to edit. Probably forever because this video feels like it is so long. But basically that is how I organize all my content. Then going back, we have the YouTube. So we have video ideas. This just I have here is all my ideas that I have for the video, any tags about the video, whether that video I've done it or not, and when, if I did it, then when did I upload it. So I'm planning up to upload my Notion for February 22nd, so it's there. Obviously it's not done, so it's not ticked. Then under YouTube I now have video planning, which is what I use the most. I have all these pages. So I have the current month at the top, so I can just look at the videos I'm planning on doing for this current month. I then have my video progress, which I use this for. So if I'm filming something, if I'm editing it, if I've loaded it, what stage in the production process it's kind of in, to keep track of things. And then I have the next month down below. I put all the ideas I have for videos for that month, and then again have my video ideas linked down at the bottom, so I can always, when I'm planning out the videos which will go up each week, I can see which ones I've done, what ideas I have. I'm gonna keep the log of the videos I've done down at the bottom here. So this is January's one, and I've just moved it down here after it's finished. And then finally I've got Twitch, which I have stream ideas. This is I've not updated in a while. A lot of these games I've never played before. I just like to have a list of ideas, so because I don't really feel like streaming the same thing over and over again. I kind of want to have a bit of variety when I come to streaming. And yeah, that is everything on my Notion. So that is everything on my Notion. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's given you some inspiration. As I said before, I love these videos. They were so helpful for me when I first made my Notion setup, and I also find them really interesting for finding new stuff I can add to my Notion. In the description I will add a link to a template for this, so you can use any of the pages if you want in your own Notion. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. I post every Monday, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!